Hey, Sam, you've been playing a racing game known as Drive Rally.
Yes, Drive Rally. I believe the follow-up to a game just called Drive,
Mm.
a mobile game, and this is a PC game, or at least that's where I played it on Steam. And yes, it is a classically styled rally racing game. Goes over a bunch of different courses. Has your typical sort of campaign style racing, and then also has a sort of free roam mode,
Mm.
and time trials and daily time trials and stuff like that. Uh, I didn't like it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the driving isn't great. It sort of you can sort of feel its mobile pedigree, if you want to
Hmm.
say that. It doesn't feel much like you're driving, just more that you're influencing something to go left and right.
Uh,
It's got like transitions onto different surfaces don't feel great, and that's kind of problematic when you're talking about like a rally racing game. I do like the idea of what they're doing. They sort of have this like world setup. So, let's say the first location, I can't think of the names of locations right now, but let's say the
mhm.
first location is like a wilderness, like forest type area. Um, and so they sort of build this like open world map, and then they sort of set these campaign races through these different sections of the map. So almost a little bit kind of like what Mario Kart is doing, because you're not racing between different locations, you're racing just these sort of just rally checkpoints in what is then just this open world section of the map.
Mm.
Like I think that's like a cool design, but the problem is a lot of that then features a lot of going from sort of a tarmac surface to a snowy surface, or a deserty surface, a dirt surface, and like the grip levels don't feel great on any of them. They don't really
Mm.
feel like, again, that you're really like sort of driving the car, or the physics are sort of being applied to what the car is. There's also certain corners that are easy to cut, and I don't mean that in sort of like a gain time way. I mean in terms of sort of ignore that it's a corner and just like go around it. It does kind of catch you onto some of those things, but there are certainly corners, and if you look at the leaderboards, there are certainly certain courses that is being taken advantage of. The open world thing is nice. There's collectibles and stuff in that, so you can kind of like run your own courses, or run your own kind of setups in there and get a sort of feel for how the different cars could feel in that area while you're sort of exploring, and then also gaining these items to then unlock this to the next sort of level for these open worlds. But there's really not much other than that. So
Mm.
it's sort of, if the driving doesn't grab you right off the bat, there's really not going to be much that sort of pulls you through the rest of it. So yeah, it comes down to sort of the handling, especially in a racing game that is supposed to be styled after like fictional areas and has to use fictional car licenses and stuff like that. It sort of just relies on um, that being its selling feature, and unfortunately Drive Rally just doesn't meet the sort of
Mm.
standards that I would say that make for a good driving game. It does support steering wheel, so if you're looking for a sort of like arcadey racing game that you're not really looking for force feedback, that does have that feature available for it. But other than that, it's just hard to recommend when there's a lot of like, I feel like we're going through a lot of these retro style rally games right
Hmm.
now. And like, I don't know, that open world I just don't think is enough to sort of set it apart from what a bunch of these other ones are doing. And I mean,
Mm.
it's unfair to it that like parking garage circuit like existed last year. And we also reviewed what was it, Retro Rally, I believe.
Retro Rally, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it just doesn't show the same amount of polish, I guess,
Mm.
as something like those titles do.
And this is finally the full release. It's been in early access for a minute.
Yeah, it's been in some level of early access on Steam, but I've been playing the 1.0 release.
Okay.